I'm Kate, and this is your Dickman Farms Smart Gardening Tip. And I just wanted to introduce you guys to a couple really cool plants that you may not know that we have here at the Garden Center. I personally just love unusual things. It's fun. I am a plant geek through and through, and so I want to introduce you to a few of my geeky friends. So we'll start with the Bear's Breeches. So the Bear's Breeches here is a wonderful plant. Horrible name, Acanthus spinosus, but who cares? It is so cool. It is spiny, so nobody likes to eat it. It's a very good clump-forming perennial. It's quite tall over time, and it gets the coolest flowers. They have these really neat little flowers, and they're actually very good flowers for hummingbirds, and you can put it in sun to part shade. And like I said, it's not small, so this little guy gets up to 3 feet. This is Japanese forest grass. It has this wonderful arching habit here, good variegated color, and it's just so unusual because it's a short grass for shade. It takes a little while to get established, but when it does, it's this beautiful, low, undulating, bright yellow for the shade, so it really pops in the shade. The other thing that's kind of grassy looking, but it's a trick, is this plant. This is Liriope, or lily turf. So called because it looks like grass, and then it's actually in the lily family. It pops out these really cool, pretty purple flowers this time of year, so it's something fun to see a little later. Our natives will thank you here. This is one of our milkweeds. Beautiful milkweed, good feeder for butterflies. You'll see a lot of natives and pollinators on this particular plant. They just love it, and it's a fantastic bright color. Right next to, everybody knows the butterfly bush, but they're coming out with newer, shorter varieties. And this one, Cran Raz, is fragrant, so it's just awesome. Sedums, if you're not comfortable or no sedums yet, it looks like people always say, oh, it looks like a broccoli. Well, it kind of does, except broccoli never was this glamorous. It gets this wonderful, this particular one, this is Mr. Goodbud. And Mr. Goodbud is a late season bloomer, get you color later in the season, so coming on now. And it's just a really cool texture plant right next to another one of my favorites, the Coral Bells. Oh, the Coral Bells. Haven't they had fun out there in the breeding universe with the Coral Bells? They've come up with every color in the universe, so if you ever need a pop of color for part shade, this is a perfect one. And as you can see, this has got a little orange tinge to it. Sometimes they're purple, sometimes they're yellow, and they're just great. I have it next to another one, blooming in the summer, friend of mine. This particular plant is a perennial hibiscus. So if you always wanted that big tropical look for your summer plantings, this would be the way to go. It comes back every year. They come in all sorts of colors, from red to pink to this white here. Leaf colors vary. They're all big. They're going to give you a big tropical feel, but it comes back for you every year. I'll take you to just a couple other friends of mine that we have blooming that are just a little different you didn't know about. Evergreen, haha, ever yellow. So this is actually a plant that stays, it keeps its needles on all year long, and they're always yellow. So it's really fun if you just wanted a little color for the winter. I know, hard to believe. Or to pop against some darker things. Look at how that stands out against that. It's just amazing. That said, I have another cool thing. Another cool, unusual texture. You can see the green and white on this. It's got a terrible little name. It's called the Deutzia. I always remember it like, Deutzia, that bush over there. Here it is. This is it. Wonderful, good, little white flowers. Front easy keeper, front border. And then a couple more. Bamboo, clump forming. Hardy for our area. Fantastic if you have a spot that you wanted something kind of tall, 5 to 6 feet tall. Really looks like there should be a panda bear right in the middle of it. Awesome. And then one of my final favorites for today, so I don't overload you guys. This is Harry Lauder's walking stick. And Harry Lauder, or contorted filbert, because you can see this branch just refuses to go straight. It's all sorts of wiggly, and the greatest thing about that is the winter interest. So when this drops all its leaves and the snow sits on these branches, since we have a long time that we're in snow, it's just magical. It really looks like it's from another universe, and it just transports you back to summer when you can't wait to see it back in leaf again. So hope you've enjoyed some of our new little special things that we have out here, and until we see you again, happy gardening.